about it. So I'm here to get your side of the story of what happened, right? I'm usually pretty up forward and I'm honest to the person. That's why I tell you, like, there's no secret to why I'm here, okay? How long you been working for Macy's?
It will be 4 months.
4 months? And what is your job here at Macy's?
Sales associate in sunglass hut.
Sunglasses. So you sell sunglasses? Okay. And part of your duties as associate at Sunglass Hut, do you do cash transactions when you sell sunglasses? Okay. So the allegations that Macy's is doing is that it's been some discrepancy on your cash register, right? Are you aware of that? Can you tell me what happened?
If it wasn't closing, I'll take it from the deposit.
What do you mean by the deposit? Like the money that you would have sent it to another employee to make the bank deposit?
Yes, or like here at Macy's, we would go upstairs and we would like throw it into like this mail thingy, and I guess they send it out to somebody or something. Like we'll put it in a bag, in a deposit bag.
Okay, and then when you put on deposit bag, do you seal that bag?
Yeah.
Okay, so because this is where I'm asking some of those questions, okay? And I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your telling me that you took some of the money, but I hate saying like, hey, it's $2,100, right? As Macy's saying $2,100, but you're saying, hey, I estimate less than 1,000. So I want to make sure there's no other person involved on this.
Oh no.
That could be, even without your knowledge, taking that.
After Miranda, officers often shift to gathering basic demographic info. This isn't just small talk, it's establishing identity, mental capacity, and building a conversational bridge before moving into the core allegations. It's a soft interview tactic.
Money later.
Without my knowledge, I wouldn't know.
Right, that's why I'm saying, like, I want to make sure, like, your bags were always sealed, right? Like, when you did your deposit. Because, like, I never worked for Macy's, right? But all my young ages. So I worked for other stores, and I actually worked for a bank at one point. And I'm assuming it's kind of pretty similar to what you have here. So, like, when I worked on a bank, at the end of the day, they call you batch, right? Which you count your money, and then you put all that information, and your computer system is supposed to match. Okay, he's supposed to have $3,000 cash. When you count your money, it puts in there, yes, it matched $3,000 cash. And then we take all that money out. We actually had it to put in order. If it was like $2,000, we were supposed to, all hundreds were supposed to wrap it in $2,000. And then we put on the seal envelope that I seal, and I also had to initial the envelope. And then I go to the drawer, which is like the chute we call, where you put your money and then you close.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The little mail thing upstairs. I call it a mail thing, but it's like a little chute.
Yeah. So after, when you close your money, like you count your money, how much average money you had a day?
That varied a lot, because there were some days where there was no deposit. Some days where
like all your sales were like credit cards and stuff like that. And then, but what is the, like, I'll say, what is the largest amount you ever had on your drawer?
Like in total?
Yeah. Like on your sales, right? where are you going to school at? Valencia College? What are you taking?
What
classes?
It's medical assistant with EKG.
Oh, very good. How far are you in?
I just started.
How long is the program?
It's an accelerated course, so it's like 4 months.
Oh, those are hard.
Yeah. And it's 2 days a week. But I'm using that as a stepping stone to like do nursing later on. So.
It's probably one of the best in the...
Notice the officer building rapport here, talking about her dream of nursing. This empathetic approach is a classic investigative technique, making the suspect feel heard and understood, which often precedes a confession.
I wish I had a thought and went to the medical field instead.
It's hard.
It is hard, and I don't know if I can do it. So, but it's a beautiful profession, I'll tell you that. I think it's extremely rewarding. So I see every day, like we go to hospitals every day, we see people every day. So I have my kids in the hospital at times, and I'll tell you, like, it's extremely rewarding. It's a beautiful profession. I hope you can continue, especially if that's your dream. I hope you can continue and succeed, because it's amazing. How much are you paying for school? Like, how much money you're short?
Sorry.
No, you're good. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
You're good. I totally understand, believe me.
It's over. It's over 10K.
So you got like tuition for like 40% of that. Alright, still quite a lot of money. I paid myself through the police academy, and the police academy cost me 5K. You know, and to me that was a lot. You know, the only difference that the police academy is full time, so it's extremely hard for you to work. So I had to work most weekends and stuff, and I 100% understand, you know, what you're having to go through. Do you have any plans to stop? What was your goal, like, besides the trip? And like, it was like once you paid off your college, that was when you were kind of like gonna stop, or
No, I was gonna stop after the last.
the one from yesterday? How much was the one from yesterday? $100. Do you regret? At any point you thought, as you were doing, like, I can get caught and I can go to jail?
Yeah.
You thought about it?
Can I say verbally or no?
Prefer in writing, just because it's easier, because I'll have to turn all this information to a judge, and it's easier for the judge to see in writing than have to watch my entire body cam. You have zero obligations in doing it, okay? If you don't want to do it, that's fine. You know, this is 0% obligation. I only ask, I normally give the opportunity to everybody. Once I see that they have some remorse, that have some regret of doing, just for, you know, for court purpose.
The officer gives her the option but clearly explains the benefit of a written statement for court. Her refusal at this stage indicates she's already weighing legal options, which is a significant behavioral shift post-confession.
But if you don't want to do one now, you can always do one later. You can actually, if we get the chance to go in front of the judge, you can tell and talk to the judge over there. That's up to you.
Yeah, I'll wait.
That's okay. All right.
So what's like the whole, like,
The process right now. Okay, I'm gonna go get her side of the story again. I want to see, like, everything that she has, her statement, the evidence, and everything, and then we're gonna go from there. Most likely, you know, and you're probably gonna be going to jail today. Okay, you will have a bond. You'll be able to make phone calls and everything from the jail to get your family to help you out, to bond you out. You're also allowed to bond yourself out if you have any cash or card. But based on the little that I already saw it, and if it continues that they are willing to prosecute, my hands are tied on that. I have no choice but to take you to jail today.
so which choice? Who has to say to that?
Macy's. They're the victims of the crime. So I'm just the mitigator here, and you know, I'm a defense attorney, which will represent you for free, unless you want to hire your own private attorney. If you want to hire your own private attorney, you just tell the state defense attorney that you don't need him, that you have your own attorney. If you want to talk to the defense attorney first, the public defender's office, you talk to them, get everything with them, and then if you okay with him and want to use him, there's a minimum cost for you. Okay? Until until we go to court, either, solve.
Mariana's question reveals a common misunderstanding, that admitting to pay back the money means the criminal charges will simply disappear. The officer correctly steers her towards legal counsel to explain the separation of civil and criminal proceedings.
The case one way or other. All right? you have any questions for me?
So I mean, so if when I go to court, like what's the solution? Like what happened after that? Because I already admitted to pay back.
Okay, so you can mention that to your attorney, okay, that you agree to pay back Macy's full reimbursement and all that, and he can work with Macy's on that, okay? Again, I'm telling you some of this stuff. I'm not the best person because I'm not an attorney, right? I'm just speaking on my experience itself. So your attorney will give you more details to what's the solution or the outcome of your case, in a later time. But make it simple, especially without being an attorney. Every case we have a couple solutions. One is the state attorney dismissing the case, okay, which means the state attorney reviews everything and says we don't have enough evidence to prosecute her, and they dismiss the case. Okay, the second solution is you coming with an agreement between you and the victim, but with that, both attorneys have to be involved. The state attorney's office and defense attorney's office, you and Macy's, the four of you will have to come in some form of agreement, right? Which possibly be like, hey, Macy's wants you to reimburse them $2,100. Don't ever apply for a job at Macy's again. Boom, that's one solution. I'm just saying as example. I'm not saying that it will happen, okay? And the third one is Macy's doesn't agree on this solution of getting paid.
The officer ends by strongly emphasizing the importance of an attorney over Google or friends. This is vital advice, ensuring she understands the gravity of the situation and the necessity of professional legal guidance.
What's your name again? Mariana. Do you mind standing up for me, please? Is this your phone? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, go ahead and stand up for me. All right, place your hands behind your back.
Wait, can I make a call?
Give me one second. You'll make a call when you get to the jail.
We'll make a call. You gonna want to call your family or something?
Yeah.
I'll help you with that.
Echo 39, unit check.
For my boyfriend.
That's fine. We'll do that.
All right.
Echo 39, which I'm calling.
Wait, can I come again?
Give me one. Oh. Go ahead. Shoot.
We'll call him when we get to the jail. Before we go inside. Yeah, I can. I'll let you do that. Normally, I don't let people do that, but I will let you make the phone call. I'll help you. You call from your phone, and then you're allowed to take once you go inside the jail. They will allow you to take, I believe, up to 3 numbers out of your phone and have on a piece of paper to make more phone calls. And then over there, you can also make as many phone calls as you want.
Sir, do we need any of this?
Nope.
That's all Macy stuff.
Any questions for us?